Hi students, today we are going to discuss the MCQs for chapter 2 and 3, that is intelligence and personality. These are the additional MCQs and one sentence, so if you wish you can write it in your notebook or you can save this video for your later usage. So let's begin. First MCQ, the average person IQ is 100. People having IQ of 130 and above are called man of genius or mentally gifted. Army Alpha test is a verbal test of intelligence. Army Beta test is a group performance test of intelligence. Now, group performance means it is a group test as well as a performance test. Okay, performance was for the non-verbal test. IQ of 10-year-old boy having a mental age of 12 years will be dash. So where here the answer would be 120 and not 100. So you need to calculate MA upon CA into 100. You remember the IQ formula. The IQ formula is equal to MA upon CA into 100. Next, an 8-year-old child having a mental age of 10 years has above average intelligence. So he has a chronological age of 8 and his mental age is 10. So he is having above average intelligence. This again you can calculate on MA upon CA into 100. Next, seventh one, revision of a Binet scale was at Stanford University. Next, concept of mental age was given by Binet. So Binet is the father of intelligence test. The entire name is Alfred Binet. Next, mentally deficient individual have a IQ below 70. So you need to remember that the person having a IQ below 70 is mentally retarded. The person having the IQ of 100 has an average intelligence, whereas the person having IQ above 120, so be it be 130 or 150, then the person is having a superior IQ. Next we move on to the math the column of chapter 2. So Binet is intelligence test. Stern has given the concept of IQ. Mayer and Solvay gave the concept of EQ. Gardner gave a concept of multiple intelligence. You remember the various types of intelligence were given by Gardner. Then the David Wechsler gave WISC, that is Wechsler's intelligence scale for children. Then Terman again did the revision of a Binet intelligence scale. You can see it in the history of intelligence part. Normal intelligence IQ score below 90 and 100. It would be between, not below. Okay, so this is the math the column of chapter 2. See, when in psychology you need to remember the name of psychologist because they are mostly asked in the MCQs. So here in the math the column you can see it clearly that all the MCQs have been asked the name and whatever the concepts that were given. Next we move on to true or false. Verbal test of intelligence can be used on infants and illiterate persons. So can verbal test can be used? No. So the answer is false because verbal test requires what? It requires a language. So verbal tests cannot be given to infants and illiterate. Then the group tests are more economical than the individual one. Yes, the group tests are more cheaper and economical. Then non-verbal tests are free of oral or written language. So the answer would be true. Non-verbal language, non-verbal tests, they don't use the language. Next, a person with the IQ of 75 is said to be a average intelligence? No. The person with the IQ of 100 will be called as a average IQ person. So I hope you're clear with the true or false. We'll move ahead. Okay. Next, true or false is if MA is equal to CA, then the IQ will be 100. So, if mental age and the chronological are same, then the IQ would be 100. Next, non-verbal tests are culture fair tests. So they are culture free tests. So there is a no culture bound in this test, and that is why the answer for this would be true. Next is EQ measures the less cognitive aspects of intelligence. So the answer is again true, because EQ measures the less of cognitive aspects like memory, thinking. It measures more of how the person's behavior is with others. Next, individual tests are economical. So false, group tests are economical. Next, we move on to the one sentence. Who is the father of intelligence test? Now this is very easy. Alfred Binet. Which tests are used to measure intelligence of illiterate person? Again, non-verbal or performance tests. Which type of test requires knowledge of language? So the answer is verbal test. Which intelligence test facilitates mass testing? Now mass means many. So which test is it? It is group test of intelligence. Next, what is the Stern's view of intelligence? According to the Stern's view, intelligence is a general capacity of the individual consciously to adjust his thinking to the new environment. So this is the definition which is given in your textbook. Next, what will be the IQ of mentally deficient individual? So it would be below 70. Next, write one limitation of verbal tests. So they are culture born tests and cannot be used fairly for other cultures. Now verbal test requires the usage of language, right? And if this language or test is given in another culture, for example, if the test is in Marathi and it is given to the someone who belongs to South India, then there would be a problem in understanding the language, and that is why verbal test of intelligence is a culture born test. Next, who first introduced the concept of emotional intelligence? It was John Mayo and Peter Solvay. Okay, so those were the MCQs for chapter 2 intelligence. Now we move on to the chapter 3, that is personality. So first one, Alport. So your spelling mistake is there. The spelling is ALLPORT, Alport. Okay, so Alport defined personality has a dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determine his unique adjustment to his environment. So this was the definition given by Gordon Allport. I repeat the spelling, ALLPORT, Allport. Next, extrovert are the outgoing, friendly and talkative people. So that we know, introverts are not outgoing. Okay, extroverts are the outgoing people. Then we come to the Allport trait. If you remember, we discussed this earlier. There are three traits given by the Allport, that is cardinal, central and secondary. So we are saying the third one sentence, Phillips. So cardinal traits are the dominant characteristics of the person. Next, Philip, in dash interview, the direction of the interview is not predetermined. So the answer would be unstructured interview. So in structured interview, the questions are predetermined, whereas in unstructured interview, the questions are not predetermined. Next, the term personality is derived from the Latin word persona. Persona means mask. Rorschach ink blot test are a dash test of personality. So it is a test of projective test of personality. We have seen projective test, projective methods. It measures the unconscious motives of our mind and our personality. Next, dash is a self-report technique of personality. So MMPI, the examples are given itself in your textbook. So Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, that is MMPI. Next, influence of peer group is maximum in adolescence. So we all know that teenagers get more influenced by peer group as compared to any other age. Then Projective techniques are based on psychodynamic approach. So psychodynamic approach was given by whom? It was given by Sigmund Freud. Next we move on to the MTC's first one, projective technique. So it is TAT, that is thematic perception test, then Rorschach ink block test, trait, that is a permanent characteristics of person. Next we move on to true or false. Elport reduced the personality traits to the 12 source trait. The answer is true. Second, a person who is shy and reserved is called as extrovert. So the answer is false. TAT was prepared by McRae and Costa. False. So McRae and Costa gave what? Do you remember? They gave big five factor, that is OCEAN, ocean. Next, fourth, personality psychology is a distinct branch of psychology. So the answer is true. So there are various branches of psychology like clinical, counseling, industrial, forensics, sports, and personality, cognitive, abnormal. So all these are the branches of psychology. So even personality is a distinct branch of psychology. Next, according to the Elport, personality develops is a fund of learning to adopt a social condition. So the answer is again true. Okay, next we move on to the true or false are going to get continued. So authoritarian parenting styles may lead to maladjustment of children. So we can see authoritarian parenting style is a very strict parenting style, and if this parents are strict, again it leads to the maladjustment of the children. So the answer is true. Peer group is a major agency of socialization. So the answer is again true. So if there are peer group present, then automatically the person would get socialized. Okay, so the answer is true. Eighth one, mass media can play a major role in personality development. Again true, we saw the factors influencing personality in that mass media was present. Then types theory are highly reliable and explain the complexity of the person. False. So it is the trait theory. Next, 10th one, a person high on consciousness will be perceiving and punctual. So we have seen that the person with high consciousness is always punctual. So the answer would be true. Next we move on to the answer in one sentence. What is trait? So that definition you can see in that pink box of your textbook. The trait theory, which we earlier also discussed when we were discussing the question answer of personality chapter. Then, which assessment techniques aims to provide a global picture of an individual personality? So it is a projective technique, right? So projective technique also checks our unconscious motives. Then the third one is, what is the literal meaning of Latin word persona? So persona means marks, that we already discussed. Then the fourth one, how is the personality and dynamic organization according to Elport? So why it is dynamic? Because it is always ever changing. So personality is ever developing and changing as a result of new goals and experience, yet it is systematic, coherent and balanced, and that is why it is a dynamic organization within the individual. So when I was explaining you this definition, I already gave you the example why it is dynamic, and still the changes are there, but they are in the organized way. Next, what is the assumption of the test trait approach of personality? So over here they are saying that what it is the assumption of a trait approach. So the assumption of the trait approach to the personality is that the behavior is the result of highly distinctive and consistent personality attributes that may be influenced by both heredity and environment. So as we all know that traits are the qualities that are present in us, it is because of the heredity and the environment. State the type of personality given by Carl Jung. So this is very famous. Carl Jung defined or classified people into two, that is introvert and extrovert. He also classified in the third personality type, that is known as a ambivert person. Next, what is the main purpose of MMPI? So MMPI is again diagnosis what any kind of psychopathology. Name the two types of interview, structured and unstructured interview. Next, what is the main limitation of the type theory of personality? So the main limitation would be there that it is very too simple and have unable to explain the complexity, or there is no real scientific evidence of body build influence of personality. So you can skip this question, it is not much explained up in your textbook. Next, 12th one, what are the three categories of 5-factor model? So according to the Allport, the three category traits are what? That is central, cardinal and secondary. I think that the question has mismatched over your while writing. Next, what is neuroticism according to the 5-factor model? So okay, yeah, so 12th and the 13th one has mismatched by the student who has written this. So 12th would be what are the three categories given by the Allport, and the 13th one is correct. So we are on the 13th one. What is the neuroticism according to the 5-factor model? So neuroticism according to the 5-factor model is a tendency to be highly emotionally reactive and experiencing the negative feelings. So N stands for negative emotions as well as the N stands for neuroticism. Next, who discovered the TAT? So it was C.D. Morgan and Henry Murray. It is mentioned in your textbook. Explain the trait approach of personality. So you can see that they are asking the trait approach of the personality. So in case if you have any doubt, you can ask me and feel free to write it in the comment box. Bye. Take care.